The problem is that the only thing that you have in this life is what you can see. But if we walk by faith and not by sight, then perhaps we need to close our eyes so we can see. Oh, honey, I hope you're ready for this episode because I know I am. Get your paper, get your pen, your ambition planner, and let's go. Hi Ambition Babes, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Dion, also known as the Face of Ambition across all social media platforms. I would like to welcome you to one of my favorite episodes. It's definitely on my favorite topic, which is goal setting and creating a vision. When we talk about recreating ourselves, when we talk about becoming this new version of who we want to be, we have got to create a goal. We have got to create a plan. The Bible says in Habakkuk to write the vision and make it clear. So this episode is going to be completely dedicated to writing that vision, to writing out those dream plans, and I'm going to help you to focus on the 5 areas that you really need to focus in whenever you're creating your next life. As you all know, or maybe you don't, I help women that are ready to reinvent themselves, ready to start out on their glow up journey and prioritize self-care. Whenever we're talking about reinventing ourselves, we have to have a plan. Great, I want to reinvent myself. Where do I start? What areas of my life serve me and what areas of my life no longer serve me? How do I want to change? In what areas? Is it my faith? Is it my finances? What is it that I need to be able to just feel like a new woman, like a new person, like I'm turning the page in this book? I'm going to break down how to create a vision plan in just 5 steps. So before we get started, I want to offer you the opportunity just to close your eyes. I said that you have to close your eyes in order to be able to see. And sometimes we're so distracted by the things that are around us, by our current circumstances, that we can't dream, that we have no vision. We have no thought of what can be because we can't see it. We can only have the things that we've seen, but if you close your eyes, God has blessed us with an imagination to be able to actually take us to the place that we want to be. If you have financial goals, what are your financial goals? What does it look like to have the financial freedom that you desire? How much money do you have in the bank? How much money do you make monthly? Just imagine yourself logging into that bank account and seeing that number that's in your mind. If your vision, if your goals are family-based, if you're saying, Lord, you know what, I want to be married, I want to be a mom, I want to have my family all in one space, I want us to be connected and united, and I'm tired of the discord that has separated us for so long. I'm tired of this generational curse that seems to be plaguing us. If you have a family vision, imagine what that looks like for your family. I know it makes you nervous to see yourself walking down the aisle because you're not married or you've been married before and it didn't work out, but I want to challenge you right now to push past that. Push past what you thought couldn't be and think about the family that you're going to have. I know that makes you nervous, but you can have it, sis. God can give you the desires of your heart, but we have to believe it first before we can see it. Can't you see it? You have a fitness goal. You know what that fitness goal is. You can see yourself looking in the mirror at yourself because you've worked for the body that you're looking at. I know you can see her right now. You have a faith goal. You see yourself operating in the type of faith that you want. Your lifestyle reflects your faith because every day, everything that you say and do, people are absolutely addicted to you because of the type of faith that you show in everything that you do. And you have a freedom plan. Oh, what does freedom look like to you? You can just breathe her in just for a moment. Is she breathing in seawater? Does freedom look like sitting on the beach or sitting on the terrace in your high-rise apartment? Does freedom look like just hopping on a plane with your good girlfriends and going to a conference or going skiing or going to a cabin for the weekend? And as you open your eyes, I want you to get ready to create the vision in those 5 areas. Today, I'm going to break down how to create your financial vision, your faith, family, fitness, and freedom vision. So, number 1, I have to go ahead and give this disclaimer. I am not a tax professional. I cannot give you financial advice. I definitely suggest that you find a financial professional. However, when you're ready to create your financial plan, you have got to write it down. I don't know anyone that can hold all those numbers in your head. You saw that number that you just envisioned in your mind. What I'm going to challenge you to do is to write that number almost every single day and actively work towards that number. If the goal is that I want to make $10,000 a month, I want to be able to bring in $10,000 a month in my side hustle, in my primary business, or even in my profession. How are you going to do that? If you have a vision, Habakkuk says, write the vision and make it clear. So I know this number. I know that I want to make 10, 20, $50,000, $100,000 a month. But if that is my goal, I can reach that goal if I write out how I'm going to achieve it. If I'm saying that I want to be able to make $10,000 a month and I sell a product, I sell t-shirts. How many shirts am I going to have to sell every single day, every single week, and once a month in order to reach that goal? Then you can now start working towards that. If I know that I need to sell 10 t-shirts a week in order to reach my $10,000 goal at the end of the month, now I know exactly what I need to do. I need to talk to at least 100 people to sell 10 t-shirts every single week in order to reach that. So I'm going to need to improve my SEOs on my website. I'm going to need to get on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. I'm going to need to finally join TikTok Shop in order to be able to promote what I sell. If you have a financial goal in mind, whatever it is attached to, if it is attached to what I want to make weekly, I want to be able to retire on this, I want to be able to tithe this or help others, whatever the financial goal is, keep that number in front of you and actually create a plan to work towards it. We have a lot of issues with numbers. Now, I'm gonna say me personally, I'm not even gonna include you on this. Growing up, I had such a hard time with money. I remember my mom laying out all of our money on the bed whenever she would get paid. This is when we actually had cash, So she would lay out all the money on the bed and she would ask us to then take out the money for our bills and put them in certain envelopes. And these were the denominations that we had whenever we were paying our bills. So we knew exactly where the money was going. But once we put all the money in the envelopes, we didn't have any money left on the bed. And so her idea was, I'm going to take all this money, put it in these envelopes. So when we go to the grocery store, when we go to all these other places, you're not asking for fruit stripe gum and you're not asking for a Barbie doll because you know the money in this envelope has been allocated for groceries or for supplies for the home or what have you. But what it actually implanted me was a really big scarcity mindset. With all of her good efforts, it made me feel like don't ask for anything else because there is no more money left over. There is no more left for you to be able to buy the things that you want or to be able to impulse shop or to, you know how we go in Target and just go on feelings and faith? Like we walk in Target and we just like, I'm walking in here based on my feelings. Like I'm gonna buy whatever I feel like buying. That was not my reality growing up. And so you can imagine my scarcity mindset ran really deep because I felt like I didn't deserve to have those things. I felt like it was not being frugal, like I was not being a good steward of my money. And I'm not saying that just because you're buying the things in Target based on your feelings is a good idea. But I am saying that if you have an issue with money, identify it, call it out. It is nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I have a lot of anxiety around logging into my bank account. I get really, really scared whenever I think about how much I'm getting paid every month and how much money I have to release. Though there is nothing wrong with those emotions, write them out. Write out the things that you've thought about money all of your life. We have a lot of emotional trauma when it comes to money. And it is time to really do the shadow work that it's going to take to break down those barriers, those long-standing barriers, to make us understand that we deserve money, that money is not evil, that although money may not grow on trees, money is abundant and money can flow to me. I have to work for it. I have to create an action plan, but it can happen. So my challenge to you is to take time and write your financial plan. Write out the things that you want in this life, how much money you want to have in savings, all of those things that are around your finances. And every single month, if not more often, make yourself sit down with your finances and get really serious about your money. Number 2 is your faith goal. My mantra for this year is to align my lifestyle with my faith. If my faith is that I'm going to have the vision that I've placed before God, that I'm going to pray and give all of my worries and concerns to Him, then my lifestyle needs to reflect that. If I'm laying all of my burdens at the altar and I'm leaving them there, then my lifestyle should not be full of anxiety. I heard a pastor break down anxiety in a way that I've never heard before. He said anxiety is actually disobedience to God. Baby, let that sit in your spirit right quick. Anxiety is disobedience? Yeah, because the Bible says be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and supplication make your requests be known to God. So if I'm actually anxious and God says be anxious for nothing, well, I'm gonna call that disobedience. And so my thing is I want my faith to align with my lifestyle, if I can say that, Lord, I trust you, Lord, I'm asking you to open the windows of heaven, I'm going to operate every single day acting as if what I prayed for will be. I am going to call things that are not as if they are. I'm going to align my faith with my lifestyle. If I say that I'm a woman that's ready to reinvent herself, I'm tired of the way that I've always done things, I'm tired of the way that individuals have experienced me, I'm really ready to glow up and to level up in all of these areas of life, the very first space that you're going to have to level up in is in your faith. Because this is not something that you've ever seen before. But faith is the substance of things that are hoped for and the evidence of things that are not seen. What's the purpose of hoping for something that you can see? I hope that Starbucks is open, but you're looking at the open sign. Why are you hoping for things that you can see? On this reinvention journey, you're going to have to hope to become the woman that you've never seen before. Not that you've seen in yourself or even seen in others. Oftentimes, we don't have an example in our immediate family, in our friend group, even at our church, like the woman we want to become. The challenge is going to be to close your eyes and see what you have never seen before. This is going to require faith. This is going to require you to say, Lord, I'm trusting you to be able to help me to become a more patient woman or more giving woman. The woman of my dreams spends time in her Bible. She reads her word. She walks with God and talks to him throughout the day. She not only prays multiple times a day, but she also spends time in meditation so she can hear the voice of God. The woman that I want to be has a faith vision. Today, I want to challenge you to write out your faith vision. What is the person that you're becoming? What does her faith look like? How does she flex her faith? And how does her faith impact those around her? Number 3 is your family plan. Now, when we were envisioning our families, I said something that is really important, is that sometimes we don't have the family unit that we want. And sometimes we feel like, I'm a woman of a certain age. Maybe these opportunities have passed me by. Maybe I won't have children. Maybe I'm recently divorced or I've never been married and marriage may not happen for me. But what I am challenging you to do is to write the vision. Close your eyes and see what God has told you that you would have. I know that it is scary. I know that you feel like I'm never going to have those things. I'm too old to have kids. Who is to say that you're too old to have children? Who's to say that it's too late for you to get married? If you want to have the family of your dreams, envision it. Write down this vision. Write down how your family operates. You currently are married. You have 3 children. Write the vision that you have for your family. My family is going to thrive. We're going to be protected. We're going to be successful. We're starting the family business. We're going to stay tight as a family unit. You all know how families can be. Having families with different personalities living in different corners of this world can be very difficult. And sometimes there's a lot of discourse and family trauma that has happened that really rips families apart. This is the time to create the vision that you have for your family. I'm going to challenge you to write out what you want your family to look like. If you've not spoken to your mama, your sister, your brother, your father in years, and that is something that you desire, write out how you're going to open the lines of communication. Write out the vision that you have for this coming holiday and go on your first family cruise and all y'all are gonna have those silly shirts made up that says, like Stokes Family Vacation. Write out those visions that you have. If you want to be able to take vacations with your family and afford them, you've already made the financial plan. You've already made your faith plan. Now it's time to put into action how your family looks. And listen, honey, if you want to be married, there is absolutely nothing wrong with asking God to send you your Boaz. Lord, send me the man that is going to complete me. Send me the man that you have for my life that is going to be the helpmeet that I deserve, that you've promised me. God has made 7,000 promises in the Bible, and baby, I'm trying to tap into all of them. And one of them is that we should not live alone. If you want to be a wife, if you want to be a mother, I am challenging you to write out your vision. I know that it's hard. I know that it is scary, but we have got to be able to close our eyes so that we can see what we've never seen before. We've never seen this before. Maybe you've never seen somebody married in your family. Maybe you've only seen divorce in your family or separation. Maybe that is all that you've ever experienced, but you see different for your life. My life is going to have a spirit-led marriage. My family and my children are going to know God. They're going to be successful. They're going to have the things that I didn't have. If that is the vision that you have for your family, write it down, sis. I'm challenging you to take a deep breath and write out the vision that you have for your family life. Number 4 is probably my favorite, which is a fitness goal. Now, I understand fitness goals can feel like, I've been on this diet for about 25 years now, honey. and I ain't lost 10 pounds. But this is the time for you to get really serious. We don't reach our goals because we don't have an action plan. So I am going to challenge you. And I've said challenge a lot in this video, but this is a challenge. I need to rename this as the Vision Challenge video, because I'm challenging you to say, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds and create the plan to get there. If you want to lose 15 pounds in the next 3 months, that means that's 5 pounds a month. If I'm going to lose 5 pounds a month, then how much do I need to lose each week? Okay, I need to lose at least 1.5 pounds a week. How am I going to lose 1.5 pounds a week? I'm going to go on hot girl walks. I'm getting in the gym at least 2 times a week. I'm going to do a fitness video on YouTube. I'm finally going to subscribe to that fitness course that I've been talking about forever. If you want to be able to lose weight, you want to be able to feel your very best, you have got to create a plan and be dedicated and disciplined. Woo, there's the double D words. You have to be disciplined enough to hold yourself accountable to doing it every day. I started the Level Up Club to hold ourselves accountable to our most ambitious goals. And the thing of it is that it absolutely works. Being able to check in with other women that are trying to reach similar or the same goals as you are in fitness and family and faith and finances is amazing. But at the end of the day, when nobody else is around, it's going to be up to you in order to get up, to set the alarm, to drink the water, to take yourself on a walk, to weigh in, to meal prep. Nobody else is going to be there to hold your hand to do it except for you. I know that you step on the scale right now and you don't see the weight that you want. I know that you don't fit that dress of your dreams. I know that you want this body. Here's what I want to promise you is that you can reach any of your fitness goals, but you have got to love yourself first. The person that you're looking at right now, you have to be madly in love with her. You have to be able to make a commitment to her and look her in the mirror and say, I deserve more. I deserve to be able to walk that flight of stairs without being out of breath at the top of it. I deserve to drink my water. I deserve to get out in sunshine and be able to walk. I deserve to be able to eat the right amount of calories. I deserve to have the body of my dreams. When you're absolutely in love with yourself, you'll be like, you know what, baby, you deserve the world. If you want to lose 5 pounds, if you want to lose 105 pounds, you deserve it. And you know what? I'm going to work as hard as I can to give it to you because I love you. And when you fall madly in love with yourself, it's easy to get rid of diabetes. It's easy to lower your blood pressure and cholesterol because I love myself. I want the very best for myself. I want to show up as my very best and highest self in every situation. It becomes so easy whenever you're deeply and madly in love with the woman that you're looking at. You can achieve your fitness goals. Fall in love with yourself first and create the action plan that you need in order to reach that goal. And number 5 is your freedom goal. Y'all, when I close my eyes, I can see freedom. I can taste it. When you're creating your freedom goal, this is the time you have to speak what you see until you see what you said. I'm gonna say that again. You have to speak what you have seen until you see what you said. If you want the things that you've seen in your vision, if you imagine what freedom looks like for you, you have got to speak those things over your life, not just to yourself, but even in your prayers. Speak them to your husband, your spouse, your partner, your children. Freedom looks like this to me, y'all. This is what freedom would feel like for me. This is what financial freedom and fitness freedom and my faith freedom would look like. This is what me being free every single day to create what I love, to be able to help and serve individuals who would be able to benefit from the gifts that I have. This is what freedom looks like. It's for me to walk out my back door directly onto the beach. Freedom looks like me waking up to the sound of seagulls every day. Freedom looks like me seeing snow-capped mountains every morning or traveling to exotic islands at least quarterly. Freedom looks like this to me, and I'm going to speak it until I see what I said. I want freedom. I want to be free more than absolutely anything. And freedom looks different for absolutely everybody, but I want you to close your eyes and imagine freedom for yourself. What does freedom look like for you? Sometimes it is being able to fly to exotic islands and take family vacations. Freedom may be to be able to have your children surround you every holiday. Freedom looks like being able to pay for your kids' college education and to buy their first car and to be able to travel whenever you get ready to with your spouse. Maybe freedom looks like being able to sell your product finally to your target market, being able to be heard word, being able to be a speaker, being able to be a mentor, being able to feed the homeless. Maybe it is to shelter women who have been victims of domestic violence. You know what freedom looks like for you. Write it down. I dare you to write down your freedom plan. This is a thing that you wake up every morning at the crack of dawn to do because it brings you so much joy. You can't wait to get started every day because you know you are going to fulfill your life's purpose and you're going to be able to help others. And baby, sometimes that freedom plan may be not helping a single soul. Maybe it is that I have worked so hard to be able to get to this freedom space that I have helped the individuals that God has told me to. And right now I'm waking and spending the rest of my days sitting beachside. Maybe that is your freedom plan. Maybe it is being able to walk your dog in the park and spend time sitting on the bench and not worry about sitting in front of a Zoom meeting or logging into your employment portal. Maybe that's what freedom is to you. I challenge you today to sit down and write out your freedom plan. You know what it is. God has put that fire in your belly to know exactly what that freedom plan looks like. Write it down. I can guarantee you that it encompasses all four of the things that we've already discussed. It has a financial component. It has a faith component. It has a family and a fitness component to it. Freedom looks like all four of those things all meshed together. Write your plan. Write the plan. Don't be scared, sis. Write out what freedom looks like for you and live in that purpose every single day. Now, I will tell you, when I created the Ambition Planner, I created it as a 90-day planner because I knew that I needed to be able to look at these 5 areas of my life quarterly. I don't believe that I could make a plan for the year and actually be able to stick to it, because all of us can make plans like, oh, I want to make $10,000 this week, but the action steps in order to get there need to be something that I look at and work on every single day. Inside of the Ambition Planner is the opportunity to write out each of your goals, to write out your family, fitness, faith, financial, and freedom goal. There is the opportunity for you to stay on top of those goals daily by monotasking your day so that you're working towards that goal every day. You have a fitness goal, baby, you're gonna have to show up every single day to be able to reach that goal. And the opportunity for you to be able to do that, I have implemented that in the planner. I'm not telling you that you need to buy an Ambition Planner, although it's probably the best planner on the market. But what I am saying is that you need a Post-it note, you need a journal, you need a blank piece of computer paper. You need to write it down somewhere, because if you don't write it down, the likelihood of you being able to achieve this goal without it being written down is very slim to zero. Jeremiah 29:11 says that God has plans for you, plans to prosper you, plans to give you hope and a future. The thing of it is that we have to close our eyes so that we can see. Block out those distractions, block out the things that you've not accomplished in your past, and know that today is a new day. God has blessed you with a new opportunity to be able to do it. Do not take this day for granted. Work on your goals. Tackle this challenge that I have given you. These 5 areas will help you to be able to create your dream life and reach your most ambitious goals. Ladies, I hope that you all have enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait to hear your plans. If you want to share your plans with me personally, please make sure that you reach out to me on Instagram, or you can leave them in the comment section below. Also, if there are any dreams and plans and goals that you have, even questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions that you have, I love to communicate with you all in the comment section. That is my most favorite thing to do, is to be able to write you all back. I'm starting to get to recognize some of you also. If you are seeing me in the comment section more often, make sure you say, hey girl, remember me from the last video? Listen, I have put this action plan into steps and this is what has happened. I often tell you all that I am rooting for you, and I am. I'm rooting for you, I'm praying for you, and I know that you can do it. So make sure that you meet me in the comment section. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe, and make sure that you share it with your friends. Like I said, honey, don't be stingy. Don't be stingy and keep all this goodness to yourself. Share it with your accountability partner. Share it with a person that you're ready to be able to share your vision and goal with. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you all next time.